Oh yeah, it's me, overworking and underpaid man. What's up? I woke up. You'd think it being collab day, fake collab day, I would wake up from a nap earlier. You'd be wrong. You would be incorrect. I'm tired, guys. I haven't eaten dinner yet, but that can wait. Dinner can wait. Because the fake collab is live now. Live now. Hi Rooster, how you doing? I'm excited for the fake collab. I've been waiting all day. I was so excited that when work asked me to stay an extra 30 minutes, I said okay, and then I ended up staying like an hour and a half late. You notice, Mom? Yeah, he's been hiding there the entire time. The whole time he's back there. All right. So before we get started on Star Rail, I have learned that apparently in the English dub, both Saber and Archer are mute. They have their voice lines in battle, but for the actual collab event, they are muted. So for the duration of this event, I shall be playing in Japanese dub. Once the fake collab is over, I will switch it back to English. But yep, for the duration of the event, it is going to be JP only. Or JP dub. Want to stream a Moose May continue my her nice. I tried getting game capture to work with Uma Musume, but for some reason it just wouldn't. It would not capture the game, so I kind of gave up on that idea. It's fine. That's kind of a game I'll play in my free time anyway. There he is. Binds you together isn't summoning spells or relics, but a bond that transcends causality. The servant Archer has come forth in this world to fight alongside you. The game is very quiet on my end. Hold on. Why the frick is it so quiet? Let me boost it up for me. You guys shouldn't be able to tell the difference because I think the volume's the same for you. It's just, for some reason, it's very quiet on my end. There we go. Alright. Claim the character Archer and the materials. Wait, it gives you the materials to build him level. So I spent all that time and fuel getting his... Oh, wait, no. It's just for the materials. It's not for the traces. I still had to do all that trace farming. That's fine. Yeah, let's go. It's him. It's my boy. I did try window capture. It didn't work. I tried game capture. That didn't work either. All right. The Holy Grail, an omnipotent wish-granting chalice, is descended upon the planet of Dream Chase, and that 10 Amber era old Penaconian business magnate had invited distinguished guests for the Holy Grail War. Now live. Alright, we'll come back to that later. Sweet dreams in the Holy Grail. Fate, night in Dreamland. Well, let's view the story recap.
昭和セレモニー騒動の余波が収まった後、スターピースカンパニーは念願の夢の星への進出を果たし、世紀列車の七人たちはピノコニーの株主となりました。そして今、この銀河有数のリゾート地で新たな番組が始まろうとしています。イプシロンのスーパースター、オーク家の意思決定者ロビンさんが主演を務め、カリスマ性とユーモアを兼ね備えた7シビット石油列車の開拓者が共演。さらにスマートでありながら強引な一面も併せ持つ10の赤心が1人、アベンチュリン総監が友情出演。
I still gotta get Adventuring one of these days.
名を馳せた映画監督ミスター・レックとその友人が手掛け、ルーさん家の当主でありピノコニーのビジネス巨頭でもあるオーディさんが単独出資。そしてスコートさん動物のモノマネが得意なカンパニーの社員さん。 とにかく市場開拓部も参戦。美しい夢と聖杯戦争は全宇宙のエンターテインメントチャンネルで絶賛放送中です。ぜひご覧あれ。
No. We won't do the story just yet. We got a few things we gotta do. Alright, let's do the trial. Alright, first up is Saber! Ultimate deals massive damage, contains special charge points to restore large amounts of energy. Surplus energy can be stored. Okay, look at her. Look at her, she's adorable! Yo, the King of Knights. Alright. Invisible Air Barrier of the Wind King. Deals minor wind damage to one designated enemy. So gains 2 core resonance and deals wind damage to all enemies. If there are 2 or fewer enemy targets on the field when this ability is used, additionally deals wind damage to all enemies. Your skills: Strike Air, Hammer of the Wind King. Deals wind damage to one designated enemy and minor wind damage to adjacent targets. If energy can be fully regenerated by consuming core resonance after attacking, then increases the damage multiplier for this instance of skill based on core resonance points and consumes all core resonance after the attack. Otherwise gains 3 core resonance points. And then her ultimate is Excalibur! Deals massive wind damage to all enemies, additionally deals minor wind damage to random enemies, bouncing 10 times. Enhances next basic attack. Her talent: when entering combat, gains 1 core resonance points. When any ally target uses ultimate, increases damage dealt by Saber and gains 3 core resonance points. Assuming core resonance will regenerate energy for Saber. And then her technique: after using technique at the start of battle, gains 2 core resonance points and increases attack. Alright. Oh, whoops. I don't know why I did that. That was dumb. Alright, we're gonna slow this down. Excalibur! Wait, hold on. Does she have Excalibur revealed right now? I should check that. Okay, no. Maybe only after ult. I should have been paying attention. Dang it. Alright, if this somehow doesn't kill, I should check it. Dang it. Okay, hold on. I'll do it again because I just want to see. Does her enhanced basic attack after ult, does she still have Excalibur out? Because after it, she definitely went back to using Invisible Air. As a Fate fan, this matters to me. Alright. Hey, Dragon Bean. Tell me, are you my master? No. Go somewhere else. How you doing today, Dragon Bean? Sukariba! Okay, yes, she does still have Excalibur out after her ult. And then when she uses her enhanced basic attack, it goes back out. Okay. That's cool. I like that. That's a good touch. Alright, that's all I wanted to see. Oh, whoops. Alright, so that's Saber. Let's try out Archer next. Oh, hold on. Someone is pinging me a whole bunch. That's something I need to be paying attention to right now. Excuse me 1 second, guys. Okay, looks like it doesn't need my immediate attention, I don't think. Okay. Alright, so next. The real waifu. Archer. Acha! Alright, skill can be cast repeatedly. The more it's used, the higher the damage triggers a follow-up attack when allies attack and restore skill points. Alright, so basic attacks Kancho and Bakuya. Deals minor quantum damage to one designated enemy, and his skill is collab 2, the fake spiral sword. Enters the circuit connection state, deals massive quantum damage to one designated enemy. During the circuit connection state, the current turn does not end after using his skill, and the damage dealt by Archer's skill increases. When skill points are insufficient to use skill again, exits the circuit connection state. And then his ultimate is unlimited. Braid walks! 9 skill points are not enough. No, it's never enough. Unlimited Blade Works deals massive quantum damage to one designated enemy and gains charge. His talent is Mind Eye True, unlike his normal Mind's Eye Fake. After a teammate uses an attack, Archer consumes one charge and launches follow-up attack on a primary target, dealing quantum damage and covering one skill point. And then Clairvoyance immediately attacks enemies after entering combat, deals quantum damage to all enemies and gains charge. Okay. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Race on! Alright, you ran out of skill points, so you ran out. Okay. Alright, we use Gallagher's ult because that does recover a skill point, so we have our 9 skill points. Or maybe we don't. Maybe I screwed up. Maybe I can't do math. That's possible. There we go. Alright, let's slow it down this time. Tres on.
I am the bone of my soul. Steel is my body, and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, and unknown to life. Have withstood pain to create many weapons. Yet, those hands will never hold anything. So, as I pray, unlimited blade.
It's the full chant, baby! He gets the full chant! Woohoo! Okay, speed back up. So if you press his alt, he starts chanting. Obviously, you can skip the chant. But yes, he does the whole chant. He chants the entire thing. Or you could just use him because he's free. There we go. Well, I guess you wouldn't have a build yet. Alright. Alright. There he is. There he is. There's my boy. I don't have Cypher, so it won't be as fun. I gotcha. I don't have Cypher either. I pre-farmed all his stuff. So we're good to go. It is very nice that they gave you enough to get him up to level 60. And there we go. Level 80. Alright, we're gonna hold off because I don't have his light cone just yet. We will get his light cone later. Alright, trace time. Alright, so his first bonus ability is Projection Magecraft. When Archer's on the field, increases the maximum skill point limit by 2. So right off the bat, we get an extra 2. And then Sparkle adds another 2. So that's where 9 skill points come from. Alright, and then his next ability is Hero of Justice. When Archer enters combat, gains 1 point in charge, so he starts off with one of his follow-up attacks. Hi, Zaxxon. Alright, and then his third trace, Guardian. After allies gain a skill point, if there are 4 skill points or more, increases Archer's crit damage by 120% for 1 turn. So yeah, he just gets 120% crit damage buff whenever any of his teammates get a skill point. Alright, so then we'll unlock all his other traces. Because I spent all that time farming for his traces. Man, trace farming takes so long, guys. It's crazy. You got Wind Destruction, nice. I will pull for her later. Probably later in the patch. I might not get her today. We'll see. We got Seba. Wait, Wind Destruction. You pulled Blade, didn't you? Oh no, you pulled Blade. Oh no! Oh no! Sorry to hear that. Okay, top priority is obviously his skill. So just get that all the way to 10 right off the bat. No worries, he got buffed. Yeah, but still. That is not the Wind Destruction swordsman you wanted. There we go. Level 10. Next is his ultimate. Unlimited Blade works, obviously. I mean, I don't know why I'm going in order. I'm upgrading all of them anyway. Well, maybe not basic attack. We'll see. If I have the mats for basic attack, absolutely I'll do it. Alright, then his talent is next. And his basic attack. There we go. Max traced. Truly. Trace on. Also thought I had a lot more of the mat than I had back farming. Ah. Alright, relics. So he wants the Genius set. And the Rudolent Arena set. So let's see what I got here. We want as much crit rate as we get. So I might pull this off of people who don't need it. I still have this set on Silverwolf, sadly. Just because I never got a better set. I'm sorry, Sele. I'm gonna just have to yoink this off, yeah. That's pretty good. I'll yoink that off Sele, too. I'm sorry, Sele. I'm stealing all your artifacts. This one I think I'll craft. Just to have a better one. Unless there is a better one somewhere around here. Nope. Okay. Does he want speed or does he want... Okay, hold on. Let me bring up the build guide for him. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Okay, no, he does want attack percentage. Which I guess makes sense because Sparkle will advance forward him. Alright. Okay, okay. Makes sense to me. Are these all the shoes I have? Okay, I might craft the shoes too. Well, no, maybe not. Maybe I'll craft the shoes. Alright, Rudolent Arena. We want quantum damage boost for sure. Must be nice having Sparkle. Listen, I had to go all in on Sparkle. Like, I put in the work for that. Ooh, that one's a nice one, actually. Hold on. Let's see how this one rolls. We'll see how that one rolls before I take it off anyone else. And then we need a rope. I think the rope is... Is it energy recharge? Let me check. Because he does want to ult when he can. Squarespace! Okay, hold on. Alright, let's see. Alright, so for his sphere, you either want attack percentage or quantum damage. Link rope, you do want attack percentage. Alright. So basically, you want to get at least 100% crit rate. You want him to crit every time. And let me see. Alright. Crit damage, you at least want 140. Gotcha. Okay. Looking at the build guide. Someone's pinging me. Who's pinging me? How dare they ping me? They shall know my wrath. Okay, anyway. Alright, so... I might pull that off Don Hung. Just because I don't use him. I have a lot of really good Rudolent Arena ropes, it turns out. Let me see how this one rolls first, and then I'll pull it off Don Hung if it's garbage. Excuse me. Alright, let's roll on this one. Okay, attack percentage is good. I would like some crit rate, if possible. If it could roll into a bunch of crit rate, I'd be happy. Crit damage is good, too. Come on, crit rate. Alright, we're rolling this for sure. It rolled once into everything and then attack. Do I have any dice? I have 1 die. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, we'll see what my crit rate is before I decide to... Ooh, crit damage is good. Defense is garbage. Attack. Okay, flat attack is bad. This is a bad rope. I'm taking Don Hung's instead. Because it looks like that one rolled into a break effect. It has lower crit rate, but it has higher crit damage. I'll figure that out later. I need to make shoes for him, for sure. So I'm making shoes and I'm making body piece. Alright. That's alright, I guess. That's alright, I guess. Alright, we want crit rate. There we go. We want crit rate on his body. We'll put crit rate. Then his substats, we want crit damage, and then we want attack percentage as well. Alright, synthesize. There we go. Lock that on. Effect hit rate's not great, but whatever. It's fine. Alright, and then we also need shoes for him. So we'll want attack percentage with crit rate and crit damage. Alright, I've been saving up those for this character specifically. Oh, whoops, I forgot to lock them. Oh, well, it's fine. I'll find them pretty quickly. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot my Star Rail passes. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. 3 passes. Okay. Did I put this on garbage by accident? That would have been real funny. That would have been real funny if I accidentally threw it away. I would have cried. I would have probably actually cried if I had done that. Okay, and then that one. Yabe indeed. Yabe indeed. Let me hydrate. HP is not great, but as long as it rolls into either attack percentage or crit damage, I'll be happy. Okay, attack percentage is good. I would like it to roll into crit damage at least twice, if possible. Please and thank you. Okay, crit damage 1 is good. Okay, that's rough. Okay, crit damage twice is good. Alright. Alright. That's okay. That one effect hit rate kind of sucked, but whatever. It's good all together. No point re-rolling that one. Alright, this one's next. Effect hit rate. Man, he's getting a lot of effect hit rate, isn't he? Alright, crit damage is good. If it could do some rolls into crit rate, I'd be happy. Okay, yep. A roll into crit rate. That's good. Ugh, that's rough. That's real rough. Alright. And then I was debating on his rope. Yeah, I think I'll just yank it off of Don Hung here. Alright. Alright. This isn't bad. Obviously, it could be better. It could obviously be better. I could try rolling on a different headpiece if there's one. Nope. Okay. Alright, so let's look at his stats right now. His crit rate is lower than I'd like it to be. Wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me check something. Yeah, hold on. Alright. So that is a 12% crit rate buff if I run Fushuan instead of like Gallagher. Let's see. Just trying to figure out what his base crit rate in actual combat will be. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Because right now his crit rate is 71 before buffs. We want it to be 100% after team buffs. So we'll see when we run teams. Alright, lastly, Eidolons. I've heard that he is really good at E2. And then his E6 is nice, but not necessarily. So I think before I pull for Saber, I will try to get E2 Archer. So his E1, after using skill 3 times within 1 turn, recovers 2 skill points for all allies, which is very, very important for him. If you're going to run Archer, you definitely want him E1 at least. And then his E2, when using ultimate, reduces the enemy target's quantum resistance by 20% and applies quantum weakness to it, lasting for 2 turns. Which is very good. That's 20% extra damage. 3 is just the powering up his skills. 4 increases ultimate damage to 150 by 150%, which is alright, I guess. 5 is also upgrading ultimate and talent. And then 6. When the turn starts, it recovers 1 skill point for all allies. The maximum number of stacks allowed for the damage boost provided by this unit skill increases by 1. Skill damage dealt ignores 20% of defense. So at E6, he does get a 20% defense shred after he uses a skill. Dang, what is up with the Eidolon items? So the first one, the Unreached Dream, which is rough. The Unfulfilled Happiness is also rough. The Untamed Well, which is pretty cool. The Unsung Life, which is rough. The Nameless Watch, which is really rough. And the Endless Pilgrimage, which is the roughest. Way to drive home what kind of life he led. Yep. Alright, so next, let's check his information since we got him to level 80. So, despair plays in cycles between the past and future. Countless ideals were incinerated before that red garment. Yet do not let the smear of ash fool you. Should someone create a phantasmal sweet dream under the guise of false ideals, then he will burn again, facing down the hypocrites of the world to the very end. No matter where he is, he always remains the steadfast hero of justice. The story. Character story part 1. Most days the man conducts himself as a composed realist who efficiently completes his tasks. But similar to seasoned office workers of a certain age, he sometimes betrays the pessimism that experience brings, which feels a disgust with himself, leading to sharp-toned comments that slip out whether he intends them or not. No, that's not quite right. Most people never overcome the self-loathing that accumulates with age because they can never truly confront the person they once were. Not that confrontation is always beneficial. Let's just move on from this topic. In essence, as long as he avoids direct confrontation with his less mature former self or anyone who resembles that person specifically, the man proves himself an exceptionally stable and mature servant. While he occasionally grumbles about his current responsibilities, he fulfills every task with absolute dedication and meticulous care. Though it bears mentioning that his complaints often cut with such precision and insight that observers wonder if he once pursued a career as an author. I can't help being brutally honest. It's in my nature. Truthfully, would anyone who's had their life disrupted by such an irrational, demanding young lady turn out any differently? He's talking about Rin. The man's journey began in a time of turmoil. Like a persistent gadfly that refuses to settle, having lived through the Holy Grail War as a mere mortal, he abandoned his homeland for the world's most volatile regions, raising the banner of righteous judgment, determined to become a hero of justice. But his journey proved anything but easy. Throughout the world, the man sparked numerous armed rebellions, yet strangely, not one prevailed. Despite escaping over 10 assassination plots, hundreds of ambushes, and even several execution squads, he found himself facing the gallows during a short visit to his homeland, betrayed by a former friend. But that's not why he resents his former self. At least not the failures. What he truly loathes is that idealistic boy who dreamed of becoming a companion of justice, yet knew nothing of the price such a journey would demand. Enforcing one's justice necessitates robbing another of freedom. Implementing justice for thousands inevitably means mountains of severed heads and rivers of blood. Justice may sound like a beautiful word, but its unbearable weight is sufficient to drown the young dreamer in the very ocean of ideals he cherished. I've expressed similar thoughts before, but those were simply moments of frustration speaking. Our environment and emotions can dramatically reshape who we are. Even completely identical beings might make entirely different choices when standing at fate's crossroads. Those who resemble me aren't necessarily me, and those who are me don't necessarily resemble me. After all, no one can find salvation beyond the boundaries of their own perspective. Ideals will always trample completing ideals, and destinies inevitably destroy other destinies. The young aren't blind to these realities, but a true companion of justice must remain fearless, despite knowing this, as the man has finally learned to value this quality. Kancho and Bakuya. These twin blades are the man's weapons of choice, continuously reproduced through projection magecraft without a second thought for how many break in battle. Theoretically, any armament the man comprehends thoroughly can be projected as a counterfeit countless times. However, due to some entanglements of karma, the man's projection magecraft only reaches absolute perfection with creating objects that qualify as swords. Sounds like a merchant selling knockoffs? Well, that's about right. It's hardly the most honorable approach, but it's perfectly tailored for dealing with those self-important types who fabricate rules just to stand above others and exert their authority. Gee, I wonder who he's referring to with that. According to ancient legend, Kancho and Bakuya were master swordsmiths, a husband and wife duo who exhausted every conceivable method, attempting to overcome a fundamental limitation. That craftsman couldn't control the quality of their forged blades, leaving each creation to fate's whims. From this point, the tale branches into numerous versions. One claims that Bakuya sacrificed herself to the furnace, becoming one with molten metal, enabling Kancho to forge blades of unprecedented perfection that would never be equaled. In the more widely celebrated version, a tyrannical ruler, frustrated by the slow pace of sword forging, executed Kancho after receiving the masterpiece blades. Then Bakuya escaped to the countryside with their child. Years later, this grown child encountered a wandering swordsman, and together they plotted revenge against the tyrant, a confrontation where all three ultimately perished together. Does the man's own destiny mirror these ancient tales? If similarities exist, what did he ultimately sacrifice? Himself? His companions, or perhaps some cherished ideal? No one knows. What people do know is that he offered himself as his foundation for the sword residing in his heart, his body serving as steel, his blood as flame. Though he crafted thousands of blades throughout his journey, in the end he stood empty-handed, possessing nothing at all, just like his Mindscape Unlimited Blade works. But isn't this precisely what life is about? No sword can remain in one person's possession forever. You must either store it away, pass it on to another's hands, or use it until its very last moment. And only then can you truly start again with a clean slate. Within the Holy Grail War's former classification system, the man is categorized as a bow user, an Acha. This designation might seem like a subtle mockery for someone whose very essence revolves around swords, yet the man himself remains completely unbothered by this apparent contradiction. Let's be practical. Is it eliminating enemies from distance far more efficient than facing them head-on? Or will you expect me to act like those sword masters, sabers, unleashing devastating beams of light that level everything? Don't be absurd. I'm just an ordinary person without their overwhelming magical energy reserves. However, contrary to his statements, the man never hesitates to engage in close combat when the situation demands it. Leveraging his practically infinite supply of Kancho Bakuya, he uses dazzling complex sword skills that leave opponents struggling to defend themselves. If regular bullets could get the job done, I wouldn't bother going through all this trouble. But if you really want to learn this move, spend some time in the kitchen. Start by getting good with a knife. I'm not messing around. Cooking teaches you a lot if you actually think about it. Take meal prep, for instance. You want a great dish on the table fast? You got to break down every step, figure out what can be done at the same time, and streamline the whole process. Once you get the hang of that mindset, you'll start applying it to everything in your life. It saves you a ton of time. Same with cooking temps. Newbies always think stir-frying means tossing everything in a pan in order until it's all cooked through. That works fine for stuff that can take the heat, but other ingredients, they've got their own ideal cooking time and temp, so they don't always get along. So most of the time, you gotta sort your ingredients, adjust the heat for each one, and pull them off the burner at just the right moment. Then bring everything back together to finish the dish balance, flavorful and just right. Once he starts talking about cooking, the guy shifts gears entirely. Gone is his usual short and sharp talk. Instead, he dives into these long, thoughtful monologues, full of hard-won insight. For a man who spent his whole life on the battlefield, it seems like what defines him isn't justice or suffering, but something quieter, something like the everyday warmth of a home-cooked meal. Like I said before, if you could take out your enemies for distance with a sniper shot, nobody would risk getting up close and personal. It's the same when it comes to fate. I exist to prove one thing. Somewhere out there, in the corner of the world, there are people who have no choice but to fight fate in brutal hand-to-hand combat every single day, because if they don't, they die. I fought for them once, but the world only changed because people kept going, kept fighting fate without pause. As for me, I'm just a man with nothing left, who's still a long way from ever beating fate or reaching utopia. One thing's for sure, he's not turning away from his mission to save humanity, just like he never says no to cooking for his friends. Oh, that's good. It still says new here, that's weird. Oh, there it goes, okay. And let's listen to some of his voice lines.
はじめまして。私のことはアーチャーと呼んでくれればいい。幸い、殺し合うような因縁もないようだ。可能な限り仲良くやっていくとしよう。ああ、また会ったな。君が聡明な人間でよかったよ。何しろ話が早いからな。まあ、なんだ。帰る前に一つくらいは忠告を。若い日々に得た友人は大切にするといい。どれほど時間が過ぎても光り輝く宝石のようなものだからね。
About self, true name, oh boy. Oh boy, let's see what he has to say about his true name.
サーバントたるもの、神明は本来隠すべきものだが、この世界には私を知る者もいないだろう。私はエミヤ。
Yay! Alright, chat. Projection Magecraft.
やれやれ。ピノコニーでスラーダの投影を試みただけだというのに、工場のスタッフにライセンス料を取られる羽目になるとはな。
That's funny. That's funny as hell. Projects one bottle of Soul Glad and you're getting hit with copyright fees. Housekeeping.
ピノコニーの街中や室内に埃一つないのは結構なことだが、掃除の必要がないとなると それはそれでもどかしいものだ。いい加減この体質を治さなければな。
Alright, what's he got to say about heroic spirits?
私たちのように他の世界から来たサーバントは英霊の座と呼ばれる場所から複製された存在だ。しかしピノコニーの英霊はどこから来ているのだろうか。もしかするとこの世界にも絶えず歴史を刻み続ける何かがあるのかもしれない。
Alright, your hobbies?
料理を作るのが比較的好きなんだが、ピノコニーでは調理の勝手が違う。残念ながら私の腕を披露する機会はなさそうだ。
Yeah, shame he wasn't put into like Genshin. Then he could show off his cooking skills.
人は成長していくため、健常な心を持つものであれば、過去の自分を否定し続けることになる。かつての未熟な自分と関わらなくて済むことは幸運。いや、健全なことだと思いたまえ。自分に勝ったところで傷が消えるわけじゃない。
Basically, fuck you, Shiro. Yeah. Something to
正
share.
しいことをすると、正しく何かをするでは、まるで意味が異なる。私にとって、
Is that a reference to just because you're correct doesn't mean you're right? Is that a reference to that? I mean, it is a line you said, but yeah. Knowledge.
無教では料理をしても生ゴミが出ず、皿洗いも不要だ。便利なのは確かだが、料理の特別感もなぜだか減っている気がするよ。
About Saber!
古い知り合いだ。彼女をサーバント
Alright, I
と
guess
して呼
that
ぶためな
does
ら、
spoil who your
君は
summon
まっとう
servant
な
is,
人
but
間
I
なの
think
だ。
everyone knew it was gonna be Saber.
そのまま迷わず進みたまえ。
About Lancer!
ランサークラスのサーバントは運に恵まれないものが多いようだな。まあいや、ランサーすべてがそうというわけでもないが、あの英霊に限って
Yeah,
は
I would have also liked to got the. I would also like to board the
召
cuckoo
喚したもの
train.
も運がない。
Not beyond. About aventurine.
マスターとサーバントは似ているケースが多い。あの男と私の場合は、おそらくどちらも。
Okay, so unfortunately the voice lines are spoiling things from the event. So aventurine summons Archer.
彼のそれは
Kind of makes sense
幸
actually.
と不幸の一体どちらなのだ
Makes
ろ
sense if
う
you
な。
think about it. About Boot Hill.
一見感情のままに行動する男に見えるが、意外にも
They would get along. Archer and Boot Hill would get along. Pom Pom.
あの短い手足で舵を切り盛りしているだと。見た目にそぐわず、いや、見た目通り完璧
Oh,
な
he
写真を
admires
撮ること
Pom
が
Pom.
なるほど。いい旅を送っているな。
And then these ones are probably locked behind the event. Yeah, these ones are locked behind the event, so we'll have to finish the event before we get these ones.
守護者の未来はここに定まる。
Character ascension.
任務はまだ終わっていない。油断するな。万全の仕上がりだ。文句のつけようがない。
I wonder if that's the same voice
こ
line
の
he
調
has
子
in
であれ
Fate
ば
Grand Order.
いつでも戦闘に臨める。
Preparations for all this way, I'm not fighting time. I'll check that later.
悪くない感覚だ。なくしたものが戻るようだよ。
Got a team with me.
強敵か？では、陰ながら手を貸そう。
Got a team with Saber.
星の海であっても、聖剣の輝きは変わらないらしい。木は熟した。災禍を断つ。さて、どうする？
I think that might be one of his extra lines. What do you plan to do next in Fate Extra? I'll have to check that too.
私の出番か？まったく、忙しいことだ。
I'll have to take a look at what all of Nameless's extra lines in battle are because I'm interested to see if there's any overlap.
懲りないやつだ。まだ動くつもりはないのか？まあいい。しばし様子見としよう。歌唱バカや。核翼三連。
Yeah.
戦山断水。トレースオン。トレースオン。
Yes, Trace on.
トレースオン。カラドボルグ。どこに行く？逃げ場はない。この程度か。
All right, I'm curious. Are they gonna break up the Unlimited Blade Works chants in the voice lines?
また正面からか。
Oh, here we go.
I am
Oh, they put the whole
born of my
thing here.
sword. Steel is my body, and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, unknown to life. Have withstood pain to create many weapons. Yet, those hands will never hold anything. So, as I pray, unlimited blade works!
It really is a shame they didn't get Emiya playing during that. Like, I get it. They can't have Emiya playing, but it would have gone so hard if they put Emiya in as he does his ult. And then the crowd cheers, yes. Right, downed.
私の敗北だ。ふん、無様を見せた。取り頼りになるな。
Oh, whoops.
いい判
I
断
didn't
だ。
mean to cut that one off.
無様を見せた。取り返すぞ。ブロークンファンタズム。
Broken Phantasm!
もう少し手応えがあると思ったがね。ふん。樽を知るとも言うしな。
Alright, that's for the smaller treasure chests.
倹約は美徳だ。
That's for the medium
しっ
one.
かりしまっておけ。ふん。なかなかの収穫じゃないか。そう手間のかかるものでもなかっただろう。
He's not impressed.
さして難しくもない。厄介な相手だ。油断するな。ここからは休憩時間でいいんだな。
Alright.
だ
Alright. Alright.
適当にくつろぐとしよう。
Alright, it's time. Go to warp. Alright. Oh, hold on. I almost forgot. We're going to convert all those. File those. I have 192 pulls. And obviously 0 pity. So, like I said, we're going to try to go for E2 Archer before we pull for Saber. So, if we're lucky, I might be able to get Saber tonight. Poor Finon, he's been forgotten. I'm glad I built him. I have not built my Finon. My Finon is not built at all. He's like got decent relics on him, decent stats, all that. Holy moly, he does so much damage, guys. He does so much damage. He doesn't have his signature light cone. He has, I'd say, decent relics on him, and he does so well. Okay, but anyway, let's do it. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we do it, I got 3 pulls on standard, right? Oh, 4 pulls. Let's see if I can sneak out 1 more extra pull out of this. Okay, nope, I wasn't able to. Shame. Alright, anyway. And also, let me set my Celestial Invitation real quick. Is this alright? Who else can I put on there? Definitely not putting Yanqing on there. Hell no. I don't want to get spooked by Yanqing. Because Yanqing's also Hunt, isn't he? Although, wouldn't that be absolutely funny? Okay, you know what? No. I'll put Yanqing on there for the joke. Who do I take off? I'll keep Clara on there because she's like Ilya. I just pulled Himiko recently, so we'll take Himiko off. We'll put Yanqing on. Alright. Alright, here we go. 10! Nope. Alright. 20! Okay. 30! Nope. 40. Nope. All right. 50. I need Renthies to summon him quickly. Maybe. All right. 60. And I have his light cone now. Nope. All right. 70. Damn. All right. 80. All right, there we go. We got it. Well, we got something. We don't know if we got him. All right, so there's 81, 82, 83, 84. Fuck. Damn it. Damn it. Why is it always Blade? What do I always... well, no, that's not true. I lost 50-50 to Himiko before, but now I lost it to Blade. I got the Saber. All right, so that was what, 84? So now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're at 50-50 indeed. All right, 15. 25. Oh, there we go. We got him pretty early the second time. Let's go. All right, let's see where we got him. All right, so that was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, we got him at 21. All right, so now our pity is currently at 1, 2, 3. Ooh, Pella. 4. We're 4 into pity. Okay. All right, hold on. Let me unlock that idol in real quick. Get Yanqing too. No thanks. All right. Okay, so I know I said I was going to do E2 Archer before I pulled on Saber. But what if I pulled for Saber first? Before that. Just so I have Saber. Because while E2 is really good for him, because it gives him 20% quantum res shred, it's not anywhere near as important as his E1. Because his E1 is very, very important. Because after you use your skill 3 times, you recover 2 skill points. So basically, it gives you 1 extra use of his skill. Giving up on your ideals already. I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to get both of them eventually. And I do plan on E6ing both of them eventually. But I kind of want to get Saber tonight so I can read all the lore that she has as well. What do you guys think? All right, while you guys are thinking, hold on. Let me exchange my embers. Go for it. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, let me get my light cone real quick. There we go. Yay! The hell where ideals burn. Okay, hold on. I should actually look at what that does because I forgot to check that. Okay, he wants that one. Increases the wearer's crit rate by 16%. Oh, that is the 16% crit rate buff. So now his crit rate is at 87.5. That's way better. All right. We'll enhance that later. All right, let's see. If the ally skill points limit is 6 or higher, which it is now, increase the wearer's attack by 40%. After each use of the wearer skill, increases the wearer's attack by 10%. So he gets an 80% attack damage bonus. And his attack is actually kind of low. Did I not get good attack percentage rolls on any of these? Guess not. Maybe it's because of the quantum damage bonus. Oh, well, it's fine. I think it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Don't let me tell you it's not fine. It's fine. All right, so Saber time. All right, we're at 4 pity, so this is 14. Okay, nope. All right, 24. Nope. 34. 44. Nope. All right. 54. Nope. 64. Nintendo 64. Nope. 74. Nope. Should I just do single polls or... Yeah, we'll do single polls. 75. 76. There we go, 76. Let's see. All right. All right. Is it Saber? Yeah! Let's go! I won the 50-50! Yeah! Yeah! Alright, I got my Saber. Saber! Alright, we got 36 more pulls. So we're going for 10. Nope. Okay. 20. Guys, where's all this luck coming from? What the hell? I'm not used to being this lucky. What the hell? All right, so there's 21. Oof. But that's okay. That's okay. At least it's Bronya. All right, so that was 22.
7, 6, 5.
That means the next one's guaranteed to be Archer.
2, 1, 0.
How dare you? How dare you in my moment of triumph hit the button? How dare you? But that's okay, because I'm actually using Bronya again, because her and Sunday are currently the best supports for Finon. Probably, well, I'm not getting Archer's Light Cone, obviously, because I have his Light Cone already. Sabers, I'll probably wait towards the end. Or at least until... Actually, I think I'll try to get Archer to E2 before I try to get Saber's Light Cone. Unless Saber has a Eidolon she wants before anything else. I'll check that real quick. Let's see. So now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, 8 into pity. All right, so this will bring us to 18. All right, hold on. We probably can exchange more embers. All right, this will bring us into 28. Nope. Okay. All right. So then we're at 28. Let me just get it up to 30 for my own OCD. So the 29 and then 30. All right, and then we'll hold off on pulls until I can do 10 pulls just for my own OCD. All right, so not bad. We got E1 Archer and E1 Saber, and we're guaranteed on our next one. So let's just take a look at Saber real quick. Yay! Saber! All right, before anything, let's check her Eidolons. Let's see, E1. Increases ultimate damage dealt by Saber by 60%, which is huge. After Saber uses basic attack or skill, gains 1 core resonance. Okay, so her E1 is pretty important. E2. For every 1 point of core resonance gained in this battle, Saber's damage dealt ignores 1% of target's defense. This effect stacks up to 15 times when triggered a core resonance effect to boost skill multiplier. Each point of core resonance additionally increases damage multiplier skill. That doesn't really sound that good, to be honest. And at 3 standard, increases Saber's wind resistance penetration by 8%. After using ultimate, increases Saber's wind resistance penetration by 4%. This effect stacks up to 3 times, and it doesn't really sound that good either. And then the wind resistance penetration of ultimate damage dealt by Saber increases by 20%. The amount of overflow energy that can be accumulated with the Trace Blessing of the Lake increases to 200. After using ultimate for the first time upon entering combat, regenerates a fixed amount of 300 energy for Saber to effect trigger 1 time after every 3. Okay, that one sounds pretty good. What a tragedy. Yep, so the Lost White Walls. The Lost Oath of the Round Table, A Wish Across 15 Centuries, Saga of 16 Winter Days, The Dreamed Utopian Dawn, and The Long Faded Night. Alright, thank you for stopping by, Dragon. Have a good night. Alright, so I guess the current poll plan is try to get E2 Archer, then Saber's Light Cone. And then it'll be E6ing Archer, then E6ing Saber. Probably. But I have months to do that, so I'm not too worried about it right now. Because, honestly, maybe I'll go for E2 Archer, Light Cone, E1 Saber, then E6 Archer, then E6 Saber. I think that's currently what I'm thinking right now. Because 1 seems okay. 60% damage increase to her ultimate, which seems to be part of her kit. The thing she really wants to do is ult. That's pretty good. It's obviously not as good as Archer's E1. But everything else is just kind of meh until E6. And E6 sounds to be like the really good one. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So now let's level her up to 80 if it'll let me. If I have enough books, which I might not. I might not have enough bucks to get her to 80. I think I don't have enough bucks. Oh, I don't have enough materials either. Dang it. Alright, where do we get these? Actually, no, that's the perfect time to try out our new Archer. So let me buff Archer's Light Cone real quick. I gotta get rid of all these low rank Light Cones first. Okay, there we go. Got rid of all of them. Wait, no, I didn't. Never mind. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm like Talum from Soul Calibur. Just kidding. Wait, was that Talum that said that? Actually, no, that might have been Cassandra. I don't know. I haven't played Soul Calibur in forever. Sure, I have 700 of these. I'll use them. I don't care. Oh, I forgot to read the lore on the Light Cone too. Silly me. I'll do that in a sec. Alright, there we go. Alright, it's hunting! The flames of karma ignite the plains. The ideals of unknowns turn to ashes as the ideal of others burns passionately. The Guardian traverses between bullets and arrowheads. He can save no one here. He can save everyone here. Kill one person, save one person. Kill 10,000 to save 10,000. The fate of trampling over our peers is one part of humanity's continued existence. The Guardian had already grown used to all this, and his steps never hesitated. Determination that covers his legs is like wind. Determination that covers his arm is like fire. He is still seeking a miracle that can bring forth salvation. Damn. It's rough being Archer, guys. Being Archer is suffering. Alright, team lineup. Sorry, Fei Xiao. #1 slot going to best girl now. Alright, so we want Archer, Silverwolf, Sparkle, and then Gallagher. Although I might try Fushuan, actually. Mono Quantum. Because Fushuan can buff his crit rate and get him almost to 90. Or 100% crit rate. So let's try Fushuan first. Alright. Alright, what does Saber need? Oh, right, I forgot Eidolon's for these two. Let's see. Blade, I got his E2. When Blade is in a Hellscape state, his crit rate increased by 15%. Nice. Not great. Not amazing, but I'll take it. Alright, Bronya, E1. When using skill, there's a 50% chance of recovering 1 skill point. Okay, that's pretty good. Even though it's gambling, it's pretty good. Oh, whoops. I was going for Saber. Still me. Saber! Actually, let me change my build guide because I'm already done with Archer. So just change it over to Saber. There we go. That'll make things easier later. Isn't there a button to jump to? Yep. Isn't there a button just to jump to the character on your guide? Or am I crazy? I might be crazy. I might be in... Oh, no. It brings her right up to the front. Okay, never mind. Okay, what do I need? I need these. Right. Not Quantum, but it's okay because we have Silver Wolf here, so it might as well be Quantum Weakness.
バトル体験を改善2倍速ってこんなもん
こりがやつだ
Alright, so after she places her buff, Archer is sitting at 99.5% crit rate. So he might as well have 100% crit rate right now. Alright, let me see. Green Diver has 1 more turn remaining. Okay.
ガツンとくるやつでいこう優しくするね私を楽しませてくれる
Alright. Oh. It's just over with 1. Okay, fine. I didn't want to see how much I could do. Now, if it's not 100%, it's 0. What is this, Fire Emblem rules? Or reverse Fire Emblem rules?
私の番か
バトル体験を改善2倍速ってこんなもん世の万物人事なすかくれんぼしよっか答え見つけてごらん
170k just off of skill damage alone and before any of his actual buffs kick in is pretty crazy, actually.
I am the bone of my soul. Steel is my body, and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades. Unknown to death.
How much do you want to bet
to life.
Someone is going to mod in Emiya playing whenever you use his ult? Someone's going to make a mod for that, for sure.
Those hands will never hold anything. So, as I pray, unlimited blade works.
I would download that mod in a heartbeat. I also love that his follow-up indicators on his portrait down there is Kancho and Bakuya. And again. I'm so happy right now. And this isn't even his final form.
I am Unlimited. Blade works.
I think from now on I'll just skip through the chant and just do I am the bone of my sword and then do it. I miss out the so as I pray, but it's fine. Alright, let's see what the auto battle does. Let's see how the auto battle handles Archer. Interesting. Auto battle did not want to use Sparkle's ability on him. Or her skill, I mean. I guess it makes sense because his follow-up does give us a skill point back. I believe. I believe that's how that works. Yep. Gave us a skill point back. And he starts every battle with 1 charge. Alright, 2 more runs.
Unlimited. Blade works.
Alright, there we go. I don't have enough books. I don't have enough books. No! Wait. Oh, you don't need to get her to level 80, do you? You just need to get her to max ascension for character story, right? Okay, okay, that's fine then. Let me just make sure it's unlocked. Oh, whoops. Story. Oh, no, you do have to get her to 80. Okay, hold on 1 second. Can you buy books in the exchange shop? I have 10k, so yeah, let's go for it. Let's see how many levels that gets me. Probably not 5. It gave me 2 levels. Alright. Does my build plan tell me how many books I need? Oh, hold on 1 second. I need 34 more books. Holy moly. Alright. we'll come back to that a bit later. First off, oh, does Archer not have a profile pic? That's sad. Oh no, there he is. There we go. All right. I gotta remove one of these guys. I think I'm gonna remove Aglaya because I don't think anyone uses my Aglaya. I don't think anyone uses my Fuge or my Ruan Mei either, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go put Acha there. All right. Let's do the real test, though. The real test. All right. That's like tailor-made for him. The damage dealt by the character position 1 in the lineup increases by 60%. And for every 4 skill points consumed, 1 skill point is restored. That's like for him. Alright, here we go. Dong. Broke Phantasm. It's possible. I think I need a little bit more speed on my Sparkle. Oh, well, that's fine. Here we go. Let's see how this goes. 82k. 117k. 148k. 152k. Trace on. Alright, I did run out of skill points there. Alright, I almost got all my skill points back. We get to go again. Oh, he wants us to stop now. Alright, this might be a little bit harder just because this is a hunt unit. It's probably not going to do so well in this phase. So theoretically, he is capable of E-zeroing
トッ
this.
プしたバトル体験を2倍速ってこんなもん。優しくするね。
I think we'll just wait for his turn to come naturally. Let's save Silver Wolf real quick because I didn't realize Buchuan's skill ran out. Alright, there we go. Alright. Field Blink's his turn about to run out. Yeah, I forgot. Check. I think Silver Wolf died. Yeah. Sadly. Oh, whoops, it ran out. Silly me. Okay, so as it stands right now, if I had played a little bit smarter, I probably could have gotten it to 1500 remaining action value. But right now, his build isn't quite there yet. So let's end battle and finalize. All right. Okay, because what do you need? 6,600 for 3 stars? It is a good test, though. It is a good test for a character that is still technically a work in progress. Because I believe his recommended attack percentage is... Oh, it's at 32. Oh, because I didn't have a light cone on him. Earlier, I was looking at him and he had 1900 attack. And I'm like, wow, that's really low. Dang, I have to work on that. It's because he didn't have a light cone equipped. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Of course his attack was so low. He didn't have it. All right, so his recommended stats is to have HP above 3000, which we are there. Defense above 900. Yep. Crit rate at 100% after team buffs. We're practically there. Crit damage between 140 and 180%. We are not there. We would need better rolls for that. And then his base speed, just having base speed. He doesn't need to have anything higher. He doesn't need to hit the speed break point. Any of the speed break points. So yeah. Surprised I didn't unlock anything in the Nameless Honor. Alright. Alright, so it's time for our first ad break. I'm gonna get some food. And then we'll BRB, okay? So BRB. Alright, I'm back. Oh, I returned to my true form sometime off screen. Cool. Off screen. Yes. Alright, I have food now. Alright, so the kind of bad news is I can only go for like another hour because I gotta take my dogs out before we raid. So we're gonna make this hour count, I guess. Yeah, I know, it sucks. That's just kind of unfortunate timing for everything today. I worked, I had an appointment I had to keep, which is why I didn't start this at like 1 o'clock as soon as I got home, or 2 o'clock when I got home. It's a shame, but it is what it is. We raid on Fridays now. I kind of agreed to it, so I can't really go back on it because I said I would do it. I'd be a real asshole if I did that. Right, we're not going to use this team. Where's my Firefly team? Firefly team. I wonder, does any of my friends have Saber as their support yet? Let me see. Does not look like it. Oh, is she? Okay. I don't know what her wanted supports are. It would be, obviously, Sunday. Oh, okay. Alright, I'll wait till you put her up. Okay, so Sunday, Flo, and then...
さあ存分に味わえ被爆
全てが燃え尽きるまで
Oh wait, I don't have Flo. I'm silly.
生きるために心は一つに本質は同じ
まだだ
燃やし尽くす生きるためにジョーの世いずれ風に吹き落とされる燃やし尽くす龍三生きるために服を分かちましょう燃やし尽くす
Probably could use Remembrance Trailblazer. Remembrance Trailblazer is probably okay for her. Okay. Where the heck is Zaxxon on this list? Huh, hold on. Oh, okay. I mean, a level 73 light cone isn't that big of a difference, so it's fine. Where are ya? All right, there's Zaxxon. Hold on. Can I, from here, can I prioritize? There we go. Might not have updated yet. Hold on, let me back out. Maybe I gotta actually back out. Give me a sec. yes, yes. Fushwan is your only support right now. Hold on, how do I check my friends list from here? Social settings. Oh no. Friends. Oh yeah, it only has Fushwan for some reason. I don't know. I'll wait a little bit. I would like to see how your saber does. Let me try relogging in too. Give me 1 second. I'll just eat some of my dinner while we're waiting for it to log in. Hey, there we go.
Go anshin yo, master. 頼むよ。
茨を越えて名声と人にこの身をもってあなたを守り導こう。
指示マスター。ストライクエア。
Here it comes.
星の希望。血をエクスカリバー。
Exus Caliber! Not bad.
私を不可能はない。いや、決める。経験解放。
Yeah, let's go. Saber's really good.
よく見せてくれ。
この明かりは星の希望。エクスカリバー。
Yeah, let's go. I'm running out of credits, unfortunately. Alright, but I should have enough to get her to 80.
政権の担い手として
There we go.
恥じることのない戦いを。
Okay, I'll check those out in a little bit. Alright, let's check her story. The solitary heroic spirit traverses the long night of fate. The banner of the Round Table remains unfurled in a dream. Alas, the Night King of Camelot has yet to reach that ever-distant utopia. Though still a young maiden, she has heeded the call for this most unique iteration of the Holy Grail War. With the sword and the stone offering its choice once more, how shall she shatter the illusions of the past? The wishes I did not fulfill will end here. If the ideal kingdom... Oh. Okay, there we go. If the ideal kingdom the philosophers speak of needs a ruler, then the girl before you might just be the perfect choice. Devoted to the happiness of all, she has lived by one creed, to defend the weak and challenge the strong. Her knighthood, for instance, was called the Round Table, to embody one principle: the king and knight stand as equals. Too long-winded. Shouldn't this space be used for something more useful? Fair enough. For a king, only the nation's peace and prosperity truly matter. Personal struggle, pride, and shame are nothing more than chess pieces laid upon the board to achieve that aim. But here lies the twist. She now walks the world as a servant, a special life form summoned from the distant tides of history, sustained only by layers of mystics. The rise and fall of her homeland have long been etched in the pages of history. The king once tried to change its fate, but as the old saying goes, there's no such thing as a free lunch. After all she's endured, the girl finally gained a heart at peace with the past. Wait, who said I'm so optimistic that I lack all regrets? But chasing the Holy Grail just to fulfill that desire. Yes, that was indeed foolish. It's only by walking the long road that paradise ever truly reveals itself. Otherwise, even if it stood right before your eyes, you'd never know. Okay, so it seems like both Saber and Archer are post-Fate Stay Night versions of themselves. Specifically the UBW versions of themselves, which makes sense because it's a UBW crossover. Because only UBW Saber ever came to the conclusion that she didn't need... Well, actually, the Fate version also realized she didn't need the Grail, but the UBW version also did. Whereas all the stuff for Archer only happened in UBW. Alright, on a distant planet, there exists a mysterious resource known as the Holy Grail. To this day, its name is used to symbolize the greatest of triumphs, the loftiest of ideals. To those versed in the arcane, the Holy Grail is nothing less than an omnipotent, wish-granting chalice, one that can effortlessly turn the impossible into reality. Yeah, I know it sounds like a con, but it's real. People have even twisted its rules to deceive others. As a servant, the Holy Grail is the reason I can remain in this world. Yet in the Holy Grail war I fought in, I've shattered it more than once. You'd probably call it a bit of a running tradition. Okay, so this might be... Yeah, this is definitely UBW because I believe Fate version of Saber never destroyed the Grail, whereas UBW Saber did. And obviously she destroyed it in 0-2. Oh, what size? Making that initial resolve isn't easy. It is an omnipotent, wish-granting chalice. After all, who doesn't have a few selfish dreams they'd like to see come true? The girl's struggle as a heroic spirit might be best understood through the eyes of a player. When comrades turn against one another, when the homeland falls, when the round table reaches its end, who better to see it ruined than the King of Knights herself? Dark Grail being... Oh, okay, yeah, that's a lie. That's a massive fucking lie. Who better see it ruined than the King of Knights herself? If a player stronger than me had taken the reins, would the ending have been different? Once that doubt takes hold, and rarely lets go. Let someone more worthy be Britain's king in my place. A wish even the Holy Grail might struggle to fulfill. Alright, let me just hydrate real quick. Let me open my water bottle and close it because I'm not falling for that, Rivka. Ha ha! You thought you got me? No, I see through you. So you're asking how I see it now? Oh, what the heck? Why'd my phone disconnect? Okay, there we go. That was weird. You're asking how I see it now? I'm not the perfect king, but that doesn't stop others from seeing me as their ideal king and doing what I could. I'm grateful to a friend who helped me realize that. He said even a counterfeit has its own worth. Aw. Hero. Indeed. Though every knight of legend is said to master countless martial arts, the girl's most renowned weapons remain to be sword in the stone, caliber, and ow. Okay, fine, I'll hydrate. Stop throwing things at me. There we go. Well, good morning, Rivka. How you doing? Okay, it said, though every knight of legend is said to master countless martial arts, the girl's most renowned weapons remain to be caliber and sword in the stone and sword of the lake, Excalibur. The first marks the beginning of her kingship. The second represents the peak of her sovereign power. That's right. What you see now is the sword of the lake. The sword in the stone? I broke it a long time ago. One time it couldn't handle the magical energy I poured into a swing and crumpled to dust. Maybe the mage who forged it never imagined I'd grow so fast. In the end, he had to take responsibility and plead with the Lady of the Lake for a replacement. That's the sword I own now. Get fucked, Merlin! Legend has it that when wielded with enough magical energy, the Excalibur can obliterate any foe, hence its name. But like many legends woven with contradiction, its true power lies not in the blade, but in the scabbard that shields it. Only something that can protect all is worthy of wielding the power to destroy all. No matter how sharp the blade, how swift the arrow, they only protect the companions when they strike down and drive off the threat. In short, if a weapon causes both ally and enemy to perish, it protects nothing. And a king who is also a weapon to people is no exception. What makes an ideal king? What makes a mighty king? Some have defeated every foe beneath the heavens. Some have amassed all the wealth in the world. Some have conquered all lands. And yet, in the end, nations they vowed to protect dissolved like reflections on rippling water, lost in the currents of time and legend. For a long time, I lived in the shadow of losing my scabbard. But later, I came to realize something. If I can't find something that can take its place, then fate will never return it to me. It's not some grand revelation, the girl says with a quiet smile. It simply means servant and master must learn to treat each other as equals and support one another. Speaking of, Arthurian legend recently got married to Morgan. I am okay with this. Oh no. Oh no, not Morgan Le Fay. Oh no, that's no good. That's no good, Zaxxon. Before she ever became a king, the girl once wandered her homeland freely. Back then, the world felt newly born. Unknown flowers bloomed in quiet valleys. Nameless streams shimmered beneath the early spring sun. To her, many things had no names. She could only point and ask questions, again and again, to a certain knowledgeable companion. Feeding the horses, chopping firewood, running until breathless. Her familiar life was about to draw to a close, but she didn't mind. Each night she drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the adventures yet to come. A true king doesn't live that way. A king must never stray from a castle, and that castle isn't made of stone or brick. Its foundation is people's trust. A king must not long for adventure. Every choice must come from deliberation, free from the pull of personal desire as much as possible. A king must not pursue a life of their own. A king stands as the nation's symbol, and every word they speak, no matter whom, they must carry the strength to lead. To most, such a role would be an unbearable weight, but the mage who discovered the girl had a discerning eye. She took on the role of ease. Even presenting herself as a man raised no suspicion, though of course a touch of magecraft helped with that. The funny thing is, her troubles didn't come from being bound by these rules. It's quite the opposite. What she struggles with most is the loss of all her restraint. Ah, I know that's probably hard to grasp. Maybe it's better to explain with a more familiar example. Morgan did nothing wrong. Morgan did so much wrong. What the heck are you talking about, Saxon? At the edge of the cosmos lies a planet ravaged by harsh weather, where endless threats loom over humanity's fragile home. To protect it, the people appointed a king and scheduled her every hour from dawn to dusk. In doing so, the planet became one, united and ordered. The efforts to defend their world found the place with perfect precision. Years had passed when the king discovered blatant gaps appearing in her schedule. Though she felt rest was a luxury she couldn't afford, everyone around her offered various explanations. With her sharp intuition, she pierced through their words to the underlying truth. We no longer know what more we can do to make tomorrow better than today. To outside observers, the king seemed finally free to pursue her desires. Yet the moment she considered her options, she realized that perhaps every choice she could now make was somehow wrong. This is a terrifying negative spiral. The more thoughts you have, the fewer who truly understand your burden. The curse followed the king to her grave. Her most trusted knight, Lancelot, parted ways with her, while her most promising adopted child, yeah, yeah, that's how that works, adopted child, Mordred, drew steel against her. Yeah, but she's hot. Hey, Moth, how you doing? The kingdom she raised to greatness ultimately met its downfall through her own hands. If only someone more worthy had taken the throne. Such was her self-judgment in her dying breath. But rest assured, the girl she is now no longer scrutinizes herself through such harsh eyes. We consider the outcome, that everything transformed when I participated in that fateful Holy Grail War. But please understand, Holy Grail War was just an opportunity. It stopped you in your headlong rush, allowing you to finally see the beauty that had always surrounded you. I am still the king, and this is just another method of fulfilling my duty. Like the flowers of spring, by the time you notice their beauty, you're usually only on time to witness them withering. Yet thankfully, though flowers eventually fade to soil, the branches that produce the bloom endure. These branches, full of promise, will forever await the next string, Utopia's arrival. Kicking and screaming. I see. Saw the ban message as soon as I sent that and thought Sari banned me. I thought so for a second too. I saw that. I'm like, wait, Sari, what the fuck? Okay. All right. So, hey, Moth, I got my waifu. And my waifu's Lycone. Even though that's free. And maxed his traces. And got some decent artifacts on him. And also have him at E1. And let me tell you, Moth, holy shit. Holy shit, this character is free? They gave this guy out for free? He is doing ridiculous numbers, provided you have Sparkle. Yes, cha. Like, he does ridiculous amounts of damage. You know what? Actually, hold on. Let's do another demonstration. Let me go to Forgotten Hall. Memory of Chaos. Okay. All right, let me see. Definitely want Archer in the first slot, I believe. When is Archer E6? It's probably going to take me until the end of the event to get that. Alright, so... we get, where is Archer? He's in here somewhere. Alright, we want Acha, Sparkle, Blue Swan, and then, where is she? Silver Wolf. And then on the other team, I'll have, Finon, Bronya. Where's he? Sunday, and then who else? I could put Gallagher on that team, I suppose. Yeah, we'll put Gallagher on there. Actually, no, we'll put Locha there instead. Locha's probably better. I think Clara needs a new release when she's not just counter decks. That would be interesting. Alright, so... Port. Port. Yeah. Alright. So this is his basic gameplay. And then he goes again. Oh, whoops, I ran out of... Okay, hold on, I screwed up. Give me a second. I gotta restart the challenge. I screwed up. I screwed up my own opener. That's a good sign. Yes, he is so cool. I'm so happy I got him. And that is a free character. Foolishness. Alright, so you actually want to attack with Sparkle first. That'll trigger his follow-up, which regenerates a skill point. And attack with Fushuan. That's another skill point right there. Alright, do this. That'll let Silverwolf use her ult. Now we do the funny stuff. So call it Bulk. 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 And we're gonna use his ult.
I am the bone of my soul. Steel is my body, and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, unknown to life. Have withstood pain to create many weapons. Yet, those hands will never hold anything. So, as I pray, unlimited blade works.
Yes! They put the full chant in there. Different VA? Nope, that's his same VA. Should be the same VA he's always had. Oh, you're asking if I'm playing on... Yeah, I'm playing on Japanese right now. Because apparently during the actual event story, both Saber and Archer are muted. Just because they don't have English voices. So yeah. Like, in the actual English dub, they just don't have voices. I'm not doing very good as Archer right now. Yeah, but that's next batch, isn't it? It's not this batch. Oh, why did I do that? That was stupid. Okay, don't mind me. I am playing badly right now. Like, holy moly, why am I playing so badly? I am doing terrible. Hold on. Like, no, that option does not exist right now. Okay, here we go. This is the actual test. Like, for all their battle sounds and their voice lines, yes, in the English version, in the English dub, it's still in Japanese. It's just their actual event stuff, they're muted in English. They don't speak at all. It sucks. Well, yeah, because obviously they don't have any actual storylines. Because they're not in the story. So we're kind of a sticky wicket because Fu Xuan's thing wore off and I didn't have any skill points to put it back up. So we're kind of in a precarious situation right now. Alright, so if you actually play this character correctly, which is not at all what I'm doing, I'm playing this character very incorrectly, he's very strong. It also doesn't help that my Silver Wolf is not built for her buff right now. This is gonna be dicey. This is gonna be really dicey. He might die right here just from AoE. Yep, no, I gotta redo it. Okay, let's not play like shit this time, though. We'll do it again, but we won't play like absolute garbage. I am unlimited blade wax. Alright, I will stop for right now. Just so I can get Sparkle's buff on him. Like this. Alright, those are the damage numbers I was looking for. I was just playing like absolute dog shit until now. I mean, I'm still playing kind of like absolute dog shit, but that sucks. Actually, wait, that's fine. Okay, it's no longer fine. It is no longer fine. It was fine, and then unfortunately the enemy died. So it is no longer fine. I am unlimited blade works. Why did I do that? Hold on. Actually, it's still fine. It's still fine. It's still fine.
かん。不利などな。へえ。バトル体験2倍速ってこんな。
Okay, it's no longer fine. Hold on. This is actually going very poorly. I think it's because I'm using Fushuan. Normally he wants like Gallagher, so maybe switch to Gallagher. Alright, let's try it again. Downside is we do lose 12% crit rate, but honestly 87.5 is still pretty good for him. Alright. I am not doing a good job of selling this character, I know. But here we go. This might be better this time around. Thinking, hold on. No, we'll want to wait till Sparkle's next turn.
よく見せてくれ。
私を楽しませてくれる？ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
懲りないやつだ。
バトル体験2倍速ってこんなもん。
カラドボルグトレスホーム。どこに行く？さあ存分に味わえ。
I am unlimited blade walks.
遊んでよ。頑張って。かくれんぼしよっか。答え見つけてごらん。
I can only get 2 off, so it's not worth doing it.
へえ、リア。動じないで。
カラドボルグトレスホーム。逃げ場はない。Born of my soul, unlimited blade works.
自信があるみたいだ
バトル体験2倍速ってこんなもん。
お仕置きされたいのか。少し休め。
ナイスヒーリング。
生命さあ存分に味わえ。
この程度か。
優しくする。頑張って。かくれんぼ答え見つけてごらん。
カラドボルグトレスホーム。逃げ場はない。I am the unlimited blade works.
バトル体験2倍速ってこんなもん。
Oh, I have to hydrate. I just noticed stream elements. Silly me. Oh, wow. Wow! He just said, fuck you to Silverwolf there. I'll need to rework my Silverwolf. She is still not built to her new kit.
生命さあ存分に味わえ。よく見。この自信があるみたいだな。
懲りないやつだ。
かくれんぼし答え見つけてごらん。
Ah, man. Okay. So, yeah, this team still needs some fine-tuning. Sorry, I wanted to really show off his strength, but that one just didn't really show it off very well. Oh, Brony's here. What exactly is Pom Pom?
あなたたちの車掌に関して聞きたいことがあるの。
Yeah, ask away.
私が知りたいのは、パムが人の言葉をマスターしたウサギなのか、それともウサギに変えられてしまった人なのかということ。
They're not a human nor a rabbit.
つまりパムはパムってこと？すごく不思議。実は本物のウサギを見たことがないの。本に書かれていた情報と挿絵で見ただけ。初めてパムを見た時からずっとなんでもない。そのお願いだから今の話はパムにはしないでほしい。
Probably for the best. Oh, Ratio's here too.
何度も列車に上がり込んでいる以上、謝礼を用意しないとな。自分があまり人に好かれないことは知っているが、基本的な礼節はわきまえているつもりだ。何か欲しいものはあるか？
Permanent technical
それ
consultant.
は僕の普段の仕事じゃないか。グドンは世界が罹患している難病だ。僕は知識を伝播することでそれを癒している。残念ながらほとんどの人はこの道理を理解していない。知識はただのように見えるが。
I think, actually, I think that's enough for a single pull. Oh wait, I already got a single pull. Never mind. All right. So I don't want to start the Fate Stay night when I gotta end very shortly. So we will probably do the event Sunday stream? We could do a Sunday stream, I think. I might have a thing going on Sunday, but if that thing doesn't happen, we can do it on Sunday. If not Sunday, we'll do it Monday. That's currently what I'm thinking. I already finished it. There's nothing left for me here, right? I think I already finished it. Ah, I see. What's the prerequisite? Oh, because the prerequisite event and then the collab event. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, is there anything else we can do before we end shortly? I need to build erudition characters so I can keep going further in pure fiction. Oh, you have to do the banana quest? Oh, that's rough, man. That's rough. I got through that. Trying to think, what can we do before we sign off here? I mean, I already did the banana quest, so I don't gotta skip it. We can run around Castrum Kremnos for a little bit. If I missed any treasures or anything, which I probably did. Let me switch my team to number 1. Oh wait, this is the past version. Hold on, I don't think I want to do this version of it. Oh wow, there's a thing here I never got. A calyx. In case you want to fight the Amphorius enemies instead of everyone else. You know what? Fuck you.
慢に過ぎないわ世の万人事をなす
私を楽しませてくれる？
占い
Okay.
もう少し手応えがあると思ったがね。
It's looking like I either need to make Sparkle go a little bit faster, or I just need to give up on the turn 1 buff for Archer.
不利なるそうよ一体
バトル待機2倍速ってこんなもんよ。
ストライクを立つ。
動じないで
私の番か。
Oh, I don't have enough skill points. Let's fix that.
見つけてご
Now
ら
I have enough skill points. Even though they're probably going to die shortly.
トレスオン。
Okay. Really did not need to use... I really did not need those extra 4 skill points. Alright, there we go. I think that's a neat effect where it goes straight into your inner astral guide. We're zooming. We be zooming.
Showy.
へえ、リポップした。いい子にしてね。私を楽しむ。
懲りないやつだ。カラドボルグ。トレソン。
There we go. Basically, his skill is not worth using if you have less than 6 skill points. You need to have at least 6 skill points, or his skill is not worth using. Because if I recall correctly, he gets his big buff whenever he uses his skill with 6 or more skill points. How do I get down there? We cheat. That's how we get down there. Gurgle, gurgle. The fight was so thrilling, I had to watch it back to back for 3 days straight, so I ended up falling asleep. It was such a rousing contest, I watched it until it got dark outside. Actually, let me check something real quick. Alright, we'll bully this boss twice, and then we'll call it a stream. This is probably not the best team to take this on with, but I don't care. I don't care.
Battle 体験2倍速ってこんなもんよ。ガツンとくるやつでいこう。
It is pretty strong, this theme. Yeah! That's what I wanted to see.
I am the bone of my soul. Unlimited. Blade works.
Hit it where it hurts. I will say this battlefield, it's kind of hard to see when Fushuan's skill runs out, but you can always check manually, I suppose.
ガツンとくるやつでいこう。バトル体験2倍速ってこんなもんよ。
Okay, still going.
私を楽しませてや。
私の番か。
優しくするね、頑張って。
恋のやつだ。
Oh, I have less than 6 skill points. Shit. I almost counted wrong.
遊ん
There we go. Alright, one more time.
Hey, リポッポしたや。バトル体験2倍速ってこんなもんよ。
私の番か。カラドボルグ。ドレスオン。ヒャ。逃げ場はない。どこに行く。
Steel is my body, and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, nor known to life. Have withstood pain to create many weapons, but those hands will never hold anything. So, as I pray,
unlimited blade works.
I had to do it at least once. Don't blame me. Oh, that's unfortunate. Prison. There we go. What if I just told you don't do that? Ah, I was gonna use Unlimited Blade Works to finish it, but he died. He was too weak. All right, there we go. I did my Echo Award 3 times this week. I've hit my weekly EXP limit too. It's been a while since I've done that. All right, so unfortunately, I gotta take my dogs out before we do our raid for tonight. The FF14 raid. Okay, so let me just check these achievements I got. Hit it where it hurts most. Defeat the antimatter engine without defeating either Doomsday, Beast's Hands, and Echo War. I've never done that. I guess I've never done that. And then Trace On. When the ally character Archer uses Calibulg 2 Fake Spiral Sword, consecutively use 5 instances of Calibulg 2 Fake Spiral Sword in the circuit connection state. Okay, that's pretty good too. Alright. But yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to call the stream there just because of raid. So thank you guys for stopping by. We're going to end stream for YouTube, folks.